We are back today tackling all the front end parts. The engine bay's that's got a bit of work done to it. Started sanding away it the other day, made a bit of progress, still got a heap to do. Pretty thin bloody paint on it, so it went to bare metal in a lot of spots pretty quickly, and ended up making a little dolly so I could get to the bottom parts of the rail. Pretty shonkily made, but she does the job. And by putting that dolly in there, meant I freed up all the front end parts. Filthy as at the moment, but first things first, let's get them apart and get them cleaned up. Want to separate all the ball joints, undo all that. Gonna take these bushes off, actually have to cut them out. I think I'll press out these bushes as well before we get all the arms painted and cleaned up. Same as the knuckles. The wheel bearings actually look pretty fresh, you can see there. So, but the discs are for the bin, so we'll get them off. I'm going to remove the dust shields as well, as they're just a bit bent up anyway. Get them off, get their bloody knuckles cleaned up. Same as sway bar, rack, everything. Remove all the old bushes, none of that's getting used. And let's get it all cleaned up and painted. Seem to have led myself astray. I thought these looked like brand new bloody bearings and hubs, but Jesus, they take a lot of force to spin them. I'm going to pull them off the knuckle, see how bad they actually are. Yep, that one's even worse. So I reckon let's chuck some new bearings in here to be safe. Not sure if these come as a whole hub assembly or what, but yeah, let's get them off the knuckle, because that's shocking. Whoever put these bloody wheel bearings on needs to calm down with the grease. So it is just chockers. Grease where it doesn't need to be, grease everywhere. Play around with this and it's probably, yep, bearing race falls out. I give it a bit of a tap. The other one fell out before. I must have snug it up when I pushed it up there. But yeah, way too much grease. A lot of surfaces that shouldn't on the bottom side of the races, but yeah. Let's see what the wheel bearings I can find for this and get this all cleaned up. Lucky I'm doing some pressure washing. Give it a bit of a light wipe down now anyway. But yeah, we'll get this cleaned up, get it pressure washed. Whip all these bushes out next. Probably give them a bit of a hose down before I whip them out, just so I'm not getting covered in dirt and muck, and then give them another clean down before I paint them. Put simply, these bushes suck to remove. I've removed a pair before. I knew the technique roughly, but still butchered it. Cut down one side, cut off the edge just to get the, well, get something in there. But both of them done. Grinder's covered in rubber, so I'm going to try and get that cleaned up. Then we can press out these little fuckers. They should be easier, maybe. I don't know. Anything easy isn't it easy anymore. Push them out, push those little buggers out. These are going to get replaced. The steering work just needs to be bloody disassembled and painted. Knuckles just need to dry out so I can paint them. Wheel bearings need to be ordered. Yay. What felt like it was going to be a successful day doesn't feel that successful anymore. Oh yay. I guess the only thing to do now, everything's cleaned up and painted. Let's chuck some bushes on, get them ready to go in the car. Although the car's not ready. So we got some white line front LCA bushes. The rear are actually a bit of caster adjustment as well. So we'll slide them on. That way it'll push the arm out a little bit rather than being straight. Got the arms on the side they'll sit. And the front are pretty standard. Slide them in, both sides. Both of these should be super simple to put on. So let's pop them in. Alright, got myself a little bit confused there for a second, but that is what I want. I want the hole further out, as that'll push the caster out. As although it's mounted in the same position, the arm is kicked a little bit, so that's easy as. Same as that side. Boom, done. how good the new bushes look. Still a little bit of grease to wipe off on the fronts, but that's okay. Looking at the back, and it was messing me up because the solid end and the hole in the end. Looks like one arm was replaced at some point. Not sure between the different models, but hey, it is what it is. They're going back in how they are. But yeah, she's done. They can go into storage. Always love seeing fresh parts like this. It's always nice. Got the box with all the rest of the buggers in there. And just waiting on some ball joints to arrive. Steering rack, I need to get some paint stripper, strip that off so I can make it silver again. Paint the body with black, make her fresh, grab some wheel bearings, and the front end will be looking good. Just having a bit of a laugh to myself. This video has been filmed over way too many weeks. You probably see my hair grow if you go back to the start and watch again. But we're finally near completion. Of course, you saw the arms. Subframe's now got a coat of black on it. Chuck some VHT cast and engine enamel. It's cast iron colour. Chuck that on the knuckles and the lower control arms. Got brand new ball joints. Well, yeah, brand new compared to the old junkers. Look, they're probably alright, the old ones, but the boots are trash. Unsure how the ball joint condition really is. And hey, they're cheap enough, so why not? It's a good chance to bloody plug my bolt kits I've got going now. So pretty much the whole front end of an RX7. I've measured everything up and I've got all the kits online. So if you need anything, check it out, Logan Speed Shop. Yeah, that is the ball joint one, so we're going to chuck that in now. You need to grab the bracket out that goes on the top. So this is, yeah, literally just for the ball joint, bolts on both sides and then through the knuckle. So we'll chuck that in quickly. That way these can get packed away till they're actually getting fitted in the car. Absolutely no more progress on the car. Hopefully soon. But let's be honest, it's going to be it's going to be sanding and prep. It's not very exciting anyway. So I'll update you when the car is all done. Well, probably in primer on the way to get it painted. With the next big update on the shell. Everything packed away in there. Bloody nightmare. Actually need to go get primer in the next couple of days too. One iron sitting here. This is that disappointing last video. You can see properly how bad it is here now. Good mark there, mark there, mark there. I've actually managed to source some irons. Just waiting on the bloke to get back to me on how long it's going to be before I can actually go get them. He's going to port them for me as well, which is nice. And then I've just got to order all the seals and everything for the motor and I can get that all back together. But what we can get back together now is these LCAs, so let's do it. Alright, now the beauty of these kits are everything's there ready to go. So rather than do one big kit for the whole car, I figure I'd just do it in individual parts. That way whatever you're working on you can do at the time. Rip into it. Chuck that on top. Bolt through, bolt through. If you are after any other kits, let me know. I will make them up for you too. Not too stressed there. Everything's done as close to the factory measurements as I can. If I've had to go a little bit over, I have. Because hey, let's be honest, it's safer to go a little bit longer than a little bit shorter. Just get this back up. Working on the floor again, always difficult. Hope that sway bar end links around the right way. We'll find out soon enough. Going to leave these bolts in the pack so I don't misplace them. They're just for the end here to chuck the knuckles on. No point mocking it up just for the sake of it and then bloody misplacing the bolts. They can stay in the pack. How good does that all look together though, really? Laid it out on a bloody sheet just trying to get a good thumbnail to show everything. Don't have a good colour to contrast it. Nice bright would have been nice, but hey, work with what you got in the garage. Nice new bolts, see all the bushes there, everything painted up fresh. Now I can get packed away. Had to shut the bloody garage door because Melbourne being Melbourne, started to piss down again, and still got bare metal that's already getting more surface rust because I'm a lazy bugger that hasn't done a proper thing and finished the job and primed it. But what do? Figure for for those that have made it all the way through this video that's been bloody jumpy, let's talk about what's actually going to happen with the motor that's all wrapped up. After I get these plates, same thing's going to happen to the ports, just Bridgeport. Obviously all the bolt-ons I've got, so that's going to stay the same. And yeah, the seals, just going to work with Troy again. Both of us have watched so many videos on putting these things together. We should be able to do it. But there is going to be a bit of guesswork in how we do a couple of things, I'm sure. Watching videos, asking for advice. We're just going to do the basic seals, O-rings, nothing too special. Hopefully it goes back together the same way it came apart. Well, even better I'd say. Get it all back together, then the car will be painted probably around the same time, I reckon. Nah, we'll have the motor before the car's painted. Get it all back together, get it running.